Hi, this is Scott L. Miller, and today on Sam IT, I'm actually going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to talk about a book that I highly recommend for everyone who works in IT. And that book is Predictably Irrational. You can pick it up on Amazon. I will try my best to remember to put a link in the notes below. I'm not being sponsored by this book or Amazon in any way. Go find it wherever you want to buy a book. Maybe there's a Kindle version or a audible version or something somewhere, I don't know. But this is one of the most important books I've ever read, and while it's a book on psychology, and I'm not a psychologist, but I do play one on YouTube, this is a book that I feel applies more heavily to IT than almost any other book I've ever read. I recommend it so much, and for absolutely everybody in the IT space. And the reason is that because we work in IT, we become part of the business, and working in part of the business means that we have to deal with people all the time. We have to deal with people who work for us, people that we work for. We have to work with the engagement between IT and the business itself. We have to understand people. IT is simply a field where people matter because IT is a part of business, and in business, psychology is actually one of the most important things that we deal with in the real world. And we constantly want to improve ourselves regardless of what field we're in. It's just part of personal growth. So putting these things together, it may seem strange that business, which is mostly focused on accounting and finance and investments and those things, and IT, which tends to take those and combine them with technology, would need a book on psychology. But when you read it, I think you'll understand that it's very, very important, especially for IT people, because of the way that we engage with each other, the way that we engage with the market, the way that we engage with suppliers, the way that we engage with vendors, the way that we engage with the business, that we need to understand psychology and be more on top of these kinds of things than nearly any other field. Sure, marketing needs to know more about this, sales needs to know more about this, the business itself might need to know more, but things like operations and finance, they don't need to understand psychology anywhere near the way that IT does, because IT is involved with understanding our users, understanding our customers, understanding our managers and our business, and bringing them together and making them make sense. And while technically we can do a great job in IT without needing the skills of psychology, that generally requires us to work for a highly rational organization where a strict set of rules enforce rationality, and the people who are using those rules are inherently rational. In the real world, humans are not rational at all. And this book is about that. It's one of the things I love about this book is that it helps us come to terms with our own irrationality, the irrationality of people around us, and it helps us accept that. By accepting that people are irrational and yet predictably irrational, hence the title of the book, we are able to take that irrationality and use it to, one, understand the world around us. It helps us understand why people behave the way that they do towards us. It also helps us understand how we need to react to them and how to grow personally. It's certainly a deep dive personal growth kind of thing. It's not the kind of thing we normally talk about on this channel, but as someone looking to enhance their career, to grow, to move to new levels, both within IT, or if you're looking to leave IT, or simply to have personal growth, to understand yourself and other people better, this is one of the most important books I've ever read. Highly recommend it. It's not a long read. It's highly interesting. I believe I actually read it on Audible, but it's been decades, or a decade at least. So I recommend you go out and take a look. Well worth adding to your list of things to read. I believe over the years this is the most common book that I've recommended to read in all circles, from casual readers to IT to just general business. So an odd one, but I hope that you go out and enjoy it. Please comment below. It's a great book to discuss. We can have our own little book group in the comments. And remember to like and subscribe, and if you'd like to, sponsor us on Patreon.